Horror, at its best, isn't about monsters. It's about memory, guilt, and the things we hide from ourselves. The film Return to Silent Hill is not designed to entertain. It doesn't rush to scare you, and it doesn't explain itself. Instead, it resurrects a concept that modern horror often avoids: psychological punishment. Silent Hill isn't a place you visit. It's a place that summons you. And this film isn't just another sequel or reboot. It's a cinematic translation of one of the most complex psychological horror stories ever told. This isn't just a movie review. It's a deep dive into the film as a psychological text, exploring its themes, symbolism, and why it's so unsettling. First, you have to understand that Silent Hill has never been a normal town. It isn't haunted in the traditional sense. There's no single evil entity in control. Instead, the town is a mirror. It reshapes itself according to the subconscious guilt and trauma of whoever enters it. The film understands this perfectly. Silent Hill doesn't create monsters. It reveals them. Every fog-covered street and decaying hallway is just an extension of the protagonist's mind. The story follows James, a man frozen by the death of his wife. His life is defined by absence. When he receives a letter, seemingly from his dead wife, inviting him to their special place in Silent Hill, the film immediately establishes its central mystery. Is the letter real? Is it a hallucination? Or is it his own guilt calling him home? The movie refuses to give a straight answer, and that's the point. This isn't a journey to find someone else. It's a journey to confront himself. One of the boldest choices the film makes is its pacing. It completely rejects modern horror tropes. There are no rapid-fire jump scares. There's no constant, manipulative music telling you how to feel. Instead, the film embraces long silences, empty frames, and moments where nothing seems to happen. This creates a deep, lingering discomfort. You're not distracted by cheap tricks. You're forced to sit with James's emotional decay, feeling just as lost and anxious as he is. The famous fog of Silent Hill isn't just for atmosphere. It's symbolic censorship. It represents emotional repression, moral uncertainty, and a deep-seated denial of the truth. The camera constantly frames James as a tiny, insignificant figure swallowed by the empty, fog-choked streets, reinforcing the idea that he is dwarfed by the weight of his own guilt. The town feels abandoned, but never empty. It's always watching. Perhaps the most unsettling element is the sound design. Instead of a typical score, the film uses distant industrial noises, static, and unidentifiable metallic sounds. It feels mechanical, inhuman, and completely indifferent. Silence becomes a weapon, and when a sound finally breaks it, it feels invasive and wrong. It's the sound of a world that doesn't hate you. It justo isn't care about you at all. And the monsters? They are pure psychological manifestations. They aren't just there to chase James. The twisted, hypersexualized nurses reflect his conflicted feelings about intimacy and illness, emotions tangled up with his wife's suffering. The grotesque, twitching figures symbolize his own emotional numbness and dissociation. And then there's Pyramid Head. He is not a villain, ease Cudgement. He appears when James tries to run from responsibility. He represents self-punishment, demanded not from the outside, but from within. He doesn't chase relentlessly. He just waits. Because for James, punishment is inevitable. This makes James a fascinatingly unreliable protagonist. He isn't heroic or even particularly likable. He's passive, detached, and emotionally dishonest. The film constantly suggests that what we're seeing might not be objectively real. Are the other characters he meets actual people, or are they just fragments of his own broken psyche? In Silent Hill, that distinction doesn't even matter. At its core, this is a story about guilt without forgiveness. The town doesn't offer absolution. It offers confrontation. James isn't punished because he's evil. He's punished because he refuses to accept the truth about himself. Silent Hill's ultimate cruelty lies in its fairness. It gives you exactly what you deserve. Throughout the film, James has chances to escape, but true escape requires acceptance. When he resists the truth, the town becomes more hostile. Hell isn't eternal fire. Hell is eternal denial. The cinematography reinforces this crushing isolation. Wide shots make James look small and powerless. Static frames trap him in the environment. Uncomfortably long close-ups force us into his headspace, never allowing us to look away. Unlike previous adaptations, this film respects the source material's philosophical core. It trusts the audience to interpret the symbolism, which preserves the integrity of the experience, but might frustrate viewers looking for easy answers. In an era of algorithm-driven entertainment and instant gratification, a film like this feels almost rebellious. It demands patience, thought, and emotional investment. It's not a film that wants to scare you with cheap thrills. It wants to expose you. It's a meditation on guilt, repression, and the very human need for punishment. This is horror as self-reflection, and that's why it stays with you long after the credits roll. Return to Silent Hill is not enjoyable. It is not entertaining. It is necessary. A challenging, thoughtful, and deeply disturbing piece of cinema for anyone willing to face it. Thanks for watching.